Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe, like this video. Also, leave your opinions in the comment section below. Tinubu'S Sgf, Akume, accused of shielding unqualified ex-Chief Justice Mahmud's son as Upper Benue River Basin Agency MD. Senator George Akume, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, is blocking the removal of Mahmud'S Mohammed as the Managing Director of Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority, following the controversy generated by his appointment. Newsroom Nigeria has learned Mahmud, the son of a former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Mahmud Mohammed, who served from 2014 to 2016, was appointed by President Bola Tinubu in a letter dated October 3, 2024, and signed by Akume. The Bureau newspaper had reported how Mahmud's appointment came as a surprise and was met with indignation because the 35-year-old geography graduate did not satisfy key legal requirements for the position. The appointment of Mahmud'S Mohammed contravenes Current Amendment Act 2018, Section 19, Miscellaneous Supplementary Provision 1 to 4, and other relevant laws, which requires the managing director to possess relevant qualifications. Subject to the following provisions of this section, a person shall not hold an appointment requiring status as a registered engineering practitioner under this Act in the public service of a federation or state or in the armed forces of a federation or private sector unless he is an engineer registered under this Act. Section 19 of Current Amendment Act 2018 states, the Bureau newspaper learned that Mahmud holds a degree in geography, a postgraduate diploma in Geographic Information Systems (GIS) and remote sensing, as well as a master's degree in disaster and risk management and development studies, all from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. However, sources in the commission insist that he must have an engineering degree to hold the position as stated in the current Act. Sources told the Bureau newspaper that top officials from the Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation had written to the minister, Engineer Joseph Telunum, to review the appointment of Mahmud. Despite these suggestions, sources said SGF Akume has directed the minister to dismiss requests for the removal of a son of a former Chief Justice of Nigeria. The SGF insisted that Mahmud should remain as MD of Upper Benue River Basin Development Authority because of his relationship with his father. According to one of the sources, Akume said Mahmud should continue despite allegations that he did not merit the appointment based on law and administrative experience. Top officers of the ministry are also against the appointment of Mahmud because it does not have the required qualifications. Last Friday, the permanent secretary even secretly wrote to the minister recommending the removal of Mahmud, but the minister is under pressure by Akume, who told him to let the issue slide. A source in the ministry told the Bureau newspaper learned that Mahmud holds a degree in geography, a postgraduate diploma in Geographic Information Systems and Remote Sensing, as well as a master's degree in disaster and risk management and development studies, all from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. However, Sources in the commission insist that he must have an engineering degree to hold the position as stated in the current act. Sources told the Bureau newspaper that top officials from the Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation had written to the minister, Engineer Joseph Telunum, to review the appointment of Mahmud. The SGF insisted that Mahmud should remain as MD of Upper River Basin Development Authority because of his relationship with his father. The sources added that the 35-year-old geography student is confident that he will remain in office because of Akume's backing and he is preparing to resume his duty officially on Wednesday. Despite issues about his qualifications, Mahmud is not bothered because of Akume's assurance he is to resume on Wednesday officially, but surprisingly, he was at the ministry today, Tuesday, to attend a workshop organized by the World Bank in collaboration with the ministry, the source added. Sources said some top people in the government are also not happy about Mahmud's appointment, but their concerns on the issues have failed to reach President Tinubu because of Akume. The source added that the 35-year-old geography student is confident that he will remain in office because Akume's backing and is preparing to resume. Sources said some top people in the government are also not happy about Mahmud's appointment, but their concerns on the issues have failed to reach President Tinubu because of Akume. You all, what are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comment section below. Before we go, let's take a look at a few reactions online. Victor Baka says, evil everywhere. So you believe it is evil because those people are trying to ensure that, the laid down rules and regulations should be followed. It is in the constitution already. It's part of the rules and regulations that for you to be in that position, you must have an engineering degree. But this man doesn't have that. He doesn't have it. I'm very sure that if not for the relationship between his father and George Akume, he would not be in that position. He would not be, but because he is high and mighty, he has connections and all, that is why he was able to be appointed. In fact, at the age of 35 years old, he's very lucky, I must say. He's a very lucky guy. Ofia Ifeanyi says, one day this country will get back to our citizens and law and order will be restored. Jerry Onoja says, that's why we are where we are today. Favoritism. Politics of favoritism. Who you know. In fact, there are some positions that when you apply for them and when you go for interview, you will be asked, who do you know? Who recommended you? Who said you should come for this interview? Those are the questions they will be asking you because they know that a commoner, somebody who does not have any connection, would not be invited for an interview, no matter how good you are, no matter how good your certificate is, even if you have first class, or even if you have the one way past first class safe, they will not invite you for an interview because the position would even go to someone with a third class or degree, but has connection. Dorothy says, Fashola was Minister of Works. What did Koren say about that? Keyamo Oloya is Minister of Aviation. Tinubu is Minister for Petroleum, and Desiani was Minister of Petroleum. Where was this Koren Act? That's another very important question. That's very logical. Because sometimes some people would want to argue that it's not about certificates, but about your experience and what you know. But it's so unfortunate that in this country, we usually put our certificate forward first, even if that certificate is forged, or even if the owner of the certificate does not even merit the results on the certificate. As soon as they see your certificate like this, But in other countries, as according to what we have heard, that all they do, all they put ahead, all they put forward is how good you can do the job, and your experience matters first before your certificate. Some people are just carrying pali up and down. If you actually ask them that, can you do this, can you do this, to practicalize the things that they learned in school is a problem. So I understand where this comment is coming from. Another person says, you have been playing games, you're losing is more than you're winning. I'm sorry. This is an advert. So sorry about that. Let's move on. Olufunsho Adenuga says, it's glaringly clear without equivocation that Nnamdi Kanu was absolutely right calling Nigeria a zoo, a nation where people lack deep sense of thought before taking certain action steps, just like some animals leap and jump at prey in the bushes. Otherwise, how can the secretary of a government as big as Nigeria just override a set of rules purposely for the satisfaction of the soul of an old pal whose remains have for long been devoured by termites at the expense of explicitly qualified job seekers? Like I said, it is who you know. Now, this Nigeria is all about connection. Even if you know book pass anything, but you do not have connection, my sister, my brother, you are going nowhere. Let us have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. What do you guys think? Thank you very much for always listening. I will see you in my next video.